I made this using all free AI tools.
Good evening, and welcome to the AI News for April 3rd, 2025. Today, the American University's Business School announced the launch of an Institute for Applied Artificial Intelligence, integrating AI across its curriculum. This initiative mirrors a growing trend in higher education toward embracing AI. In the corporate world, Papa John's International has expanded its partnership with Google Cloud, integrating AI into pizza ordering processes to enhance customer experiences. And in technology, Supermicro unveiled its NVIDIA HGX B200 systems, setting new standards in AI performance. These stories underscore AI's expanding role across education, business, and technology. Thanks for tuning in.
Now, the first thing that I did is I asked ChatGPT to create an image of what they thought they would look like if they were human. I asked for a realistic image, somebody wearing professional clothing, sitting behind a news desk as if they were going to give the nightly news. This is what ChatGPT generated. Now, I then asked it for a change because I didn't want it in portrait. I wanted a horizontal image that I could use for video. So I did ask it to expand that out and make it so I could put a news story picture over one shoulder just like they would have on the nightly news. This is what we came up with. From there, I opened up a voice session with ChatGPT. I recorded it so I'd have that audio file then to use later. And I explained to ChatGPT what I was doing was creating a news program using the image that it had already generated for me, the voice file that it's about to generate for me, and we're going to put it all together in DaVinci Resolve and make an actual news video out of it. I explained to ChatGPT that I wanted it to give me headlines for today, and I wanted it to read those headlines to me as if it was a news anchor. And so it did, and that was the audio that you heard from ChatGPT. Now, I thought about changing the voice, but I didn't. I used the original voice that I have ChatGPT set to. That's the voice that I use for Quinn, and so that's the voice that I used for this particular clip. Now, once I had the audio and I had that still clip of what ChatGPT thinks it looks like as a news anchor, I went to Hadra.com and I uploaded that one still image, and then I uploaded the audio file. Now, the audio file, when I uploaded it, I didn't realize that there is a limitation on Hadra.com for the free accounts. I don't know. I would imagine it's not a limitation on the paid accounts, but for the free accounts, you can only do 20 seconds at a time. If I had known that, I probably would have done it a little bit differently. But what I ended up doing is I split that audio file into 3 sections. And so I ended up having to do it 3 different times. The first 2 times I was able to max out 20 seconds each, so 20 seconds, 20 seconds. And then the last one was about 8 or 10 seconds long just to get the last little snippet of it. And so with those 3, I had enough free credits on the new account that I created to combine that audio file with that one still image and then have Hadra generate the video file from it. And then from there, I took that video file and I put it into DaVinci Resolve. So I now had the video clip complete from beginning to end of Quinn reading the news. Now, there was one more piece that I wanted to add to that, and that was the images that you see in the video clip over the shoulder of Quinn. And so what I did is I went back to ChatGPT and I said, now that I've got this all put together, I'd like to put some images above your shoulder as you're reading these stories. Please generate me an image that represents each one of these stories. And I also gave it the dimensions that I wanted for each one of them. And then once that was done, I thought, I think a logo would be good for this as well. So then I had to generate the AI News logo as well. And I put that in there at the beginning and the end and compiled all of that together using DaVinci Resolve. And that's how I got this clip. Now, I did all of this in about an hour. It didn't take me long at all. There's a couple of stumbling places that I had that I had to figure out. One was because I was out of points in Hadra, I had to create a new account. Another one was when I hit the stumbling block of the 20-second limitation at Hadra. But again, I worked through all of those and was able to put this together. Now, it isn't perfect, and I think Hadra, because I'm a free account at Hadra, the quality isn't as good as if I was a paid account and could do a higher resolution. If you watch that video, especially if you watch it on a big screen, if you happen to be watching on a TV or a computer screen that's a little bit larger than like your phone, you're going to see that the mouth has a little bit of distortion here or there. Now, also because the video, I cut it off a little bit, I zoomed in a little bit off of the hands. You don't see the hands the whole time. One of the other things that Hadra did is it put a pen in Quinn's hand sometimes. As her hand would come up, it would put a pen in her hand, and then as her hands went down, the pen would go away. So there was a couple of discrepancies there, but I fixed that one just by zooming in on the image and eliminating the hand, a lot of the hand movements that they had put in. Now I think Hadra does a pretty good job. It's still, to me, it still has that AI look to it. It hasn't mastered the flowing motion of a human when they talk, but it's pretty darn good. I'm really impressed with what we've got, and I wanted to have a little bit of fun today and see what we could do, especially with the image generation that ChatGPT has now. That image that it drew of itself, the only direction I gave was for it to draw itself as a human. It chose the sex, so it made itself female, and it chose the complete look. So that was ChatGPT imagining itself as a human. And I'll tell you what, I'll put the actual text that I used right here. So if somebody wants to try to replicate this or see what you get with your instance of ChatGPT using the exact same text, here's what I have for that. Just a little bit of fun on this Thursday, April 3rd, 2025. This is vlog number 93. If you are new here, my name's Dave. Hello. This is Old Dad Studio, and that's it for today. So we will see you tomorrow.